I was just going to stop in.
Naturally.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to be able to pull in, find a spot, walk in real quick.
Naturally.
The parking garage is full. The spots were full. I was like, what am I doing? It's the first day of school. I'm not going to be able to park anywhere.
You didn't want to risk it? You didn't want to do the flashers in the circle?
I was like, you know what? I don't need to have that bad.
No. And what is the only place that you don't want to buy something from in the first day or week of school?
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah, I know.
From that store.
I know. It was I don't know what I was thinking.
So,
but it gave me a nice little lap around. I was like, oh, yeah, well, it's nice. My head on back.
So you and I both had extreme mental breakdowns. Jack Grossman in the booth.
Hello, ladies.
He could not wait for that, could he?
I love it.
What's going on, Jack?
Oh, just living life, man. Happy to be here.
Good. Well, we're happy to have you.
Thanks.
Give me more of an intro than that. Give me one small anecdote about life in Jack Grossman.
Well, we threw a surprise birthday party for one of my friends over the weekend, so that was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surprise birthday party, like
awesome.
Like everybody hide the cars.
Yeah.
And
Did he not know it was his birthday?
He did not know it was his birthday.
I was gonna say, Jack, don't.
That was a dad.
Yes, it was.
No, and people, if you would have saw Steve's face, he thought he delivered that.
He was so happy. He was so happy.
I was pumped, man. I was like, yeah.
Okay, so I obviously went missing this weekend. I didn't know about that. Plenty of stuff to talk about. Welcome home, Fabio.
Yeah.
By the way, his name is Fabio.
Okay.
Got some Miami sound we got to get to. NCAA, of course, is striking again, as usual. But like I said, overall, general, I gotta just admit this. I can't throw this one out there and do a regular show without confessing my sins.
Listen.
Actually, I'm gonna try to drag Jack into this sin.
Okay.
Jack.
Yeah.
Don't lie. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
All right.
And I want you to answer quick, and you better not lie.
All right.
Because there may be witnesses.
Ooh.
When you came to work today, you swiped your key thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Like at the door or in the garage?
At the garage.
Oh no, I didn't, because the door was open. So I pulled the key fob out to swipe it, and then it was open. So I was just like, I'll drive down. There's no reason. I have the pass on there also that shows that I'm okay to park here. I'm like, why am I going to stop the car and scan into the thing with the fob if I don't have to?
I believe you, Jack.
I think I do too.
I totally believe you. And then I thought about something else, Steve.
Okay.
That's going to get me off the hook. I don't know what excuse you're going to come up with.
All right.
So, Jack, the reason I asked that question is because I went through the process and I actually scanned.
I did that on moving day last week. The thing was open. I was like, why am I doing this?
Here's my, for everybody that know, we have the little arm that goes up and down and pull into the garage and everything. The reason I think I did it is because even when I know that door is is open because they're doing stuff, I still swipe it to make sure it stays open.
Yeah.
So subconsciously, I was protecting myself from the door and not the arm that goes up and down.
I think I did the same. I just by habit. I just pull up there. I pull the key fob out. I'm beep.
Yeah, but I felt like that was like social engineering for me to just do it without even needing the arm. So people. So I did something. I felt like I was really conditioned to swipe my key, even though I didn't need it this morning. But move-in day again. We'll probably be able to pull down "This is not the move-in office" sign.
Yeah, I think people have gotten that. Maybe another day or so. Somebody wants to know if Jack is closed script benching 400 or 500 now. Is that a thing?
600 actually.
600.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if that was a thing.
It is not.
Jack is unstoppable.
I was like, wow. He's got that music on. It's like, I'm unstoppable.
What's your workout music, Jack?
I need to start working out before I get workout music.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, the losing weight was the big step. workout's another big step that I've yet to
that's gonna
take.
come on
Yeah.
there. Okay, fair enough.
He's like, yet to be determined.
Okay, Steve,
Yes.
coming out of the weekend, Monday morning, what hits? What lifts your spirits?
Well, it's officially football week. I mean, you do have.
Is this week 0?
Yeah, I mean, you have games. I mean, Florida State's going to play Duquesne, I think. I mean, not that I am worried necessarily about I guess. I mean, Jacksonville State, you never know. But, I mean, yeah, week 0, you're going to watch. It's a team you play. You know what I'm saying?
Why doesn't Louisville play week 0?
I don't know, but I'm kind of glad they don't.
Really, I'm the opposite. I think you should absolutely play week 0 if it's an option, because you get to open camp a week earlier, you get an extra bye week.
Yeah, I mean,
it just feels like the teams that play week 0 get an advantage over everyone else because
I'm talking strictly from a fan.
Yeah.
Because that does make sense.
Well, even from a fan, I want my team to have every advantage they could possibly have.
No, I just
no, because there's a psychological disadvantage.
Oh,
it's a huge psychological disadvantage.
I'm listening,
Steve. If I watch my Louisville Cardinals week 0 play Duquesne, and if they don't score 97 points against Duquesne, I'm going to watch every other game on the college football market, and I'm going to say they're going to kill us.
We suck.
Yeah,
listen, not going to beat that team, not going to beat that team.
And listen, and I'm going to watch it game after game after game. So if we played like Friday night of week 0, Steve, if we were like the first game of a doubleheader, and then I watched Hawaii against Nevada on the second game.
Oh, Hawaii Vanderbilt this year. Vanderbilt. That's probably the best game of the weekend.
Right. So then, Steve, I got to watch that, and then I got to wake up Saturday morning, and whatever 11 o'clock games kicks off early, and then I'm like, oh God.
To your point, Florida State on the matchup predictor has a 99.5%. Like, they're essentially saying like Duquesne has no shot. So to your point, it's like
there's nothing that could be gained out of Louisville Duquesne.
Now, would you take a big game, maybe? Like, do you remember a couple years ago it was Miami and Florida played on week 0 in Orlando? Now, would you take a big game like that? I mean, it don't have to be, but like if you were playing,
that game was also terribly played. But yes,
would you take Alabama Puma Pass game again?
No, I never want to play Alabama again.
That's the right take.
What's funny about that is I listen to Deion Sanders, right?
Yeah,
and they're talking Nick Saban stuff, and he's like, and just the pure candid honesty when he said, "Who play us?" No, right? And like. This is Deion Primetime Sanders, right?
Yeah.
I'll play anybody any given time. He said, no. He said, I'm not going to play them. He's like, I got to give my boys like a year or two for that.
Yeah.
He was like, the big boy. He said, I'm not going to feed my team to Alabama. He's like, and I'm definitely not going to do it for a check.
Yeah.
So that was funny.
Just come out and get hammered.
But yeah,
there will be a year where he decides he's ready for that, and then they'll play Alabama and they'll still get and that's not even like a personal Deion thing. That's just like that's what happens to good teams when they play Alabama.
Great teams, man. I mean, they
Alabama ruined seasons.
They really do.
They for the fans,
especially openers.
Does it hurt? Does what Alabama does it hurt the fan? Or the team?
I think both, because the thing is,
of course, both, Steve. The most.
Well, no, but here's the thing: it's for the same reason, because no matter what, it's like, okay, Michigan came into that season ranked. USC came into that season
top
ranked,
10, top 15,
right? But here's the thing: what Bama does to you game 1, because they're so much ahead of everybody, especially early,
right?
That it's like no matter what I do, I'm going to be like, that team's still out there. I can't beat that team. Like, it didn't matter what you did that season. Yeah, you're like, I can't beat them.
It's over.
So, like, it don't matter. Like, whatever I do this year, I have a cap.
There is nobody that with the voting post that would let me put a team out there against them again.
We'll always be able to say, what would Lamar have done against Alabama?
Mhm.
What would have, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll always be able to say that.
Yeah.
You know, because you didn't see it. When you see it, and it's like, yeah, they could have played 1,000 times. We'd never won.
And
We could have ran the table that year, played them again at the end of the year, and it would have felt like that again. You know, that, I mean, in my
I don't
brain.
know. I don't know. Tua was sucked by the end.
Well, that's great, but in my brain, that's not the case.
Tua got a concussion, Steve.
Well, good for him, and still put up 50 on you. Imagine what he would have done without a concussion.
Student body right. That was the most unfair play in that game.
Maybe.
When they went student body left.
Yes, and just lined up and was just like, okay, I mean, what am I going to do?
Steve, they literally lined up from the 20-yard line and said, everybody, we're all just going to power to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we shifted our line over too.
Yeah.
They were just like,
and they're like, and the sad thing is when they look at you and they're like, when you shift and they're just like, we're not going to change the play. Still going to run there. Like, I think they're still going to run there.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
And then Damian Harris goes for 25 yards, you know, on a walk. Give us credit on a 3rd and 4. I had him at 3rd and 4, and then he just goes 25 yards. You're like, well, that kind of sucked.
Running.
Yeah, that kind of.
It wasn't play action. It wasn't.
That kind of hurt.
It wasn't a draw.
So yeah, I mean, anyways,
Yeah. Point being, yeah.
Point
Week
is,
0. I'm okay without it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. Maybe it catches on a little different, you know. But,
I hate bye weeks too.
but I'll still watch. Like I said, I'll still watch this weekend. I'll watch Florida State.
I hate bye weeks when my team's on the bye week.
I know.
But it is also kind of nice that you can just sit back and watch everyone else and not have to.
Florida
worry
State,
about
for
anything.
instance,
Yeah.
I mean, like we were going over the schedule the other day, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
It was like Florida State
Yep.
has a bye before us,
before
and I
us.
was
Yep.
like, no way.
Yep.
Like, man, we play game 3, and it was like, oh, they got a week 0 game, so they got 2 games. They play Duquesne, LSU bye week, then they get Louisville in week 3. It's like, I mean, that's pretty good advantage, you know. I mean, to your point, I mean, you know,
that's why you play the week 0 game.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you that. But yeah, anyways, I don't know. I'm excited though. I will watch it. I'll check out a few games. Like I said, I always say that, and then like 25 minutes into Northwestern Nebraska, and I'm just like, well, I mean, I'm watching. It's like, you know how it's like, I will watch every
minute.
game
Okay, right.
of week 0 because I'm ready, and then you'll watch Nebraska and Northwestern hand it off up the middle 72 times. And you're like,
Maybe next week.
yeah, you're like, no, I don't think I'm gonna watch this actually.
I'll do the.
Now I'll tell you what would get me really quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
That first Thursday night used to always get me. I would sit down and watch. There was always usually a Big Ten game.
Yeah, there'd be a
enough,
Big Ten game and an
Mhm.
SEC game.
in an SEC game,
And they would both be meddling games, and you
Yes.
would watch all of them.
And you know, they would never be like, or you would get South Carolina and North Carolina
Yeah.
sometimes. And
That's always a good one.
yeah. But like now those Thursday night games
Mhm.
would get me. I would watch them all when it was like, this is the opening night, Thursday night. You know, you're like, all right, football, baby. And then it was like, I would sit down and watch all those. They would get me every time. Like Jack said, Mississippi State, Vandy, Purdue,
Thursday
Northwestern,
Purdue, Penn
double
State
header.
this
Penn
year?
State, yeah, that's this year. I'm in.
You,
Like,
you knew Indiana, Ohio State would give you 2.5 quarters before it
Yes.
becomes a blowout.
yes. I would watch it.
ACC.
Yep.
I'll probably be channel hopping looking for ACC schools.
I think Florida State's the only game on week 0.
No. Well, I'm saying like that's my
North Carolina plays.
my traditional
Oh, okay.
getting into the season.
Like opening week.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I start looking for all ACC games. You know,
That's fair.
once I seen all of them, then I know I can watch the rest of the football. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See, whereas I'm more of a there's no real good reference I can make here, but I'm more of like a lady of the night when it comes to week 1.
I'm just looking for the best games.
I want it all.
Yeah.
yeah, I want it all. I want my team.
Right.
So I schedule everything around when Louisville plays, obviously, especially for week 1. But like, I want it all. Like I'm jacked for who is it? Georgia, Oregon, I think. At
Georgia,
3:30.
Oregon. I think Ohio State, Notre Dame. That's week 1, right?
Yeah, I think so. There's one that plays right when Louisville plays the evening.
Well, that's what the second TV's for.
Yeah, that's true. I think that is Ohio State, Notre Dame that night. But I watch. I'm not ACC centric.
Yeah.
See,
first week, I want to get all of my I'll end up missing, even if I have to go back and watch it. Like if there's a big you say Georgia, Oregon, whatever.
Sure.
I have to see multiple ACC games first.
Okay.
Because now I know.
No, I'm with you.
Okay, who's in my house? ACC teams are in my house. Blah blah blah. Okay, in my brain, I'll say, okay, this is what we have to look like to beat them. This is what we're gonna have to look like to win my ACC. This.
Yes.
Is like this. I'm doing the math. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
What are the ways I can? Okay, I'm gonna have to be dominant on the run side to beat them. I'm gonna have to do. So I figure that stuff out first, right?
Where I think I'm national landscape first,
and then
does Louisville fit it all? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like on any year, I don't care if they're projected to win 2 games or 10. Like I think I'm more of just a national landscape. Watch my team, watch everybody else. Seem like, am I even in that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
see, that's why I watch mine first.
Yeah.
Find out what I need, and then when I see now I want to see who's out there. Now I feel like I'm hunter instead of Animal Kingdom. Drop me in the jungle. I need to find out first.
Animal Kingdom. You drop me in the Animal Kingdom, and I can get you to the tree of life from Asia, from Africa, from anywhere. You put me on Expedition Everest in the Animal Kingdom, and I can get you back to the tree of life, baby.
I have to know.
A little Disney humor.
I have to know. Am I the predator or the prey? Am I going to have to rely on play calling?
Yeah.
Or can this underrated team, whatever, be effective on a conference scale and then a national scale? So yeah, again, that's how I do my math for the season. And it's funny. Go ahead.
Do you like to play early or late? Because last year,
like the first weekend,
like do you opening game Charlotte Lamar? We played 7 o'clock.
I want the Thursday Friday night game.
You think so? Okay. And that's what I was wondering because we got that. That's fun, and we've had bigger games, or even on Saturday. Last year, you wait all the way to that Monday night.
Okay, let me answer like this.
Okay,
if I'm a hunter, if I think I got a shot,
that was me.
It's me.
Wasn't you?
Think so?
I don't know.
If I got Notre Dame, I want it early.
Okay.
Now
we waited till Monday night for Notre Dame.
Yeah. I want it late.
See, I was gonna say I disagree.
I want it late. Yeah.
If it's a big game,
if it's late though, I want it Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
Yeah, basically, I want the last game if it's a big game.
If it's a bigger game,
if I'm supposed to rush them, give me early. Let me finish it up. Let me get my win, and let me get out of here. And go start getting recovered. Sit back. Watch
I've got
everybody
Charlotte, if I've got whatever, I'm with Jack. Let me play Thursday, even Thursday, Friday. That way Saturday's not even a thing. But if I've got but I think that also hurts when, because I still say, man, I think that just bombed the season last year to an extent.
Who is your favorite radio personality outside of ESPN Louisville?
Like local or
national or local, whatever.
Oh gosh. I don't really listen. Okay. Well, I know who it is now.
Jack, who's your favorite radio personality outside Louisville?
Like play-by-play or
radio
like
personality, sports radio personality.
That's a tough one.
Mine changed over the weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
To who?
Okay. Get in the hand.
Who's yours?
I got to think. I don't know. I mean, I would.
5, 4,
Oh man.
3.
Oh, he's not going to give one.
2, 1.
Yo, we'll say Francesa because he's hilarious.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Louisville, we not have an ally. Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maven on 939 The Ville.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
An effective defense often hinges on sophisticated strategies relating to income tax projections, business valuations, spousal support claims. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Louisville area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 502-785-0000. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in Linden. Cordell & Cordell, 9300 Shelbyville Road, Suite 204, Louisville, Kentucky, 40222.
Hey, it's Andy Sweeney. You know I love a summer cocktail, and all summer cocktails have one common ingredient. They all started with a trip to Cox's Spirit Shop and Evergreen Liquors. If you've got a recipe for fun, we're the place to help you get it done. All your favorite spirits and all the flavors you need to make it right. Plus, the largest selection of beers, hard seltzers, wines, and much more. For everything you need, including refills, you know where to go. It's Cox's and Evergreen Liquors, Louisville's go-to liquor store.
You may have been born to be wild, but you weren't born to be dead from a needless motorcycle crash. So when you're even just a little impaired, you do not get your motor running. You do not head out on the highway. What you do is plan a ride home. Because you may be looking for adventure, but you're not looking for trouble. This Labor Day weekend, please ride sober. Paid with funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Looking for a job or a career change or looking to hire? Many companies need to hire right now, so let ESPN Louisville help you. We can help businesses who want to hire and help you in your career search. Go to the Contact Us page at espnlouisville.com and click on the Job Connections tab. The ESPN Louisville Job Connections program, connecting you with your next job. And businesses, contact us for more information on connecting to your next hires.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Imagine your bright career when you join the U of L Health Team. Now, imagine receiving free tuition to the University of Louisville. At U of L Health, we believe in investing in you and the power of education. So now, your U of L Health family has college tuition covered for all employees and their families. Just imagine the possibilities. For details, visit uoflhealth.org/imagine. That's the power of you.
This is Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Jack Grossman, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Great Flood Brewing Company. Mention ESPN Louisville for a discount on your next appetizer. Sean Tosh broke a scoreless tie for Louisville City FC in Detroit on Saturday.
Sean Tosh goes for goal and scores from the spots. Number 4 is 4 for 4 from the penalty spot this season. Sean Tosh's 7th goal of the year, a career year in the scoring category for the 30-year-old center back, and he puts Louisville City ahead.
Jeff Milby on the call. The boys at Purple increased their unbeaten streak to 10 matches with the 1-0 win. Blue City continues their road trip in Miami on Saturday. Coverage starts at 6:45 on ESPN 680 and 105.7. Racing Louisville FC fell to the OL Reign 2-1 in the Women's Cup final. Racing resumes NWSL regular season action at Lynn Family Stadium on Saturday against Chicago at 7:30 p.m. In baseball, the Reds won a rubber game over Pittsburgh 9-5 yesterday. Cincy continues their road trip in Philadelphia tonight. Coverage starts at 6:35 on ESPN 680 and 105.7. And the Bats beat Omaha 7-6 yesterday. Bats begin a road trip in Toledo tomorrow evening at 6:35. More middays with Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage is next. This is SportsCenter.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
In a wreck and want to win? I'm attorney Daryl Isaacs. For over 30 years, our team at Isaacs & Isaacs Personal Injury Lawyers has fought the big insurance companies. And with over $1 billion recovered, we know how to win. Just click to get help quick at WeWin.com. That's WeWin.com.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do.
Get it, come back.
Healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
This is Lance Taylor, and you're listening to the new home for all U of L athletics, 93.9 The Ville.
My room is still messed up, and I know why.
Die, you bitches.
Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve.
Thinking about, all the expansion that the former Louisville Cardinals are making in the general sports radio world. It's been fun to watch this.
Sure.
The Katie Georges and the Eric Woods and Luke, and it's just it's expanding. So here's the thing, Steve. Real quick situation. I need you to tell me, is it my fault, or do I just have to take the blame on this one? I don't know yet. I'm debating on this one.
I'm going with your fault.
Hear me out first.
Okay.
See, now because you went against me, I want to change the names and change the characters to protect the guilty. Okay, but I'll just do it.
Yeah.
Every Saturday morning or Sunday morning, I call my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Mental health check, dad, because I worry about him. He's in the heart of Atlanta.
Sure.
And he talks very candidly.
Yeah, absolutely.
To children and adults and anybody. And he's right at that age where he don't give a spit about anything.
Yeah.
like take my advice or don't, son. But he's one of those guys. He's right at retirement window.
Mr. Maven's living in the right part of the country.
Yes.
For Mr. Maven.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I worry about the level of intensity. Atlanta's intense. Okay.
100%.
So here's the thing. So every Saturday I give him the check. Hey, what's up? Anybody, you ain't got no trouble. You can cuss nobody out. You ain't snatching on them kids up or nothing. He's like, no, everything's cool, blah, blah. So early Saturday morning, I got a text message from him. Probably 8:30, text message. I kind of look over at, he says, hey, man, I'm good. Mental health is great. I'm all good. Right. It's like, oh,
good for you, Dad.
Yeah. But then I'm kind of like, forget you. Like,
yeah, I don't need this Saturday morning conversation with you.
That's exactly how I felt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, all good. I go back to do whatever I'm doing. Day goes by, blah, blah, blah. Sunday comes up, whatever. I'm just having my regular days. I woke up really early Sunday, and then I end up taking a nap early, Sunday, whatever. So, I had the world to myself early Sunday morning, got some stuff taken care of, right? So I wake up from my nap on Sunday. This nap, this is the worst thing to wake up from.
Mm-hmm.
All red phone calls. Red, LaDon, 4 missed calls. Alexis, 4 missed calls. You might sprinkle in 2 randoms, missed call. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh my God, right?
Yeah.
And then, and the LaDon situation.
Yeah.
Like, I swear she does this on purpose.
Yeah.
The message from LaDon. Have you, or something like, call me, it's about your dad. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom,
I know.
boom,
Yeah,
boom,
yeah.
boom. Do, 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 do.
Oh man.
Hey, Marcus the Great, what's up? What you got going on? Man, I was worried about you, man. Ain't nobody talk to you. Dad, you sent me a message yesterday. Right? So he didn't call to everybody like y'all talked to Marcus, right?
Yeah.
And like technically I talked to everybody yesterday, you know what I'm saying? But it was early yesterday. But they're like, no. So guess what? Dad's like, yeah, I figured I was just gonna drive on up there. I'm like, Dad, you what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they took it. We had somebody at the radio station do this one time.
No, it's funny.
Just took it from Marcus is late for work.
Marcus overslept to Marcus is dead.
Was it Nick?
No.
No.
No, don't try to guess. But somebody at this radio station took 1 hour late to he's the body in there.
Somebody's like, well, I mean, are you gonna check on him? I was like, well, I mean, I can after the show. I mean, he's not gonna be any more.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's not gonna be in better shape or not as bad a shape by then.
It's like,
either he called the hospital or he didn't.
Man, so they all
yeah.
were.
So, and then I'm like, LaDon.
Yeah.
From this point forward,
if
there's anything if you have information to pass along,
she is an amazing woman, but she's not good at the text messages.
She is not good at.
You've told me some of the situations in the past that and just some. I mean, and there's some. It's like that's it.
That's it.
My son's gone. You're like, no, he's fine, but
I called that.
Okay.
For people who don't know the story, LaDon. Dear,
this is terrible, Jack.
She left a message on my phone.
Coach is gone.
Yes, she left a message on my phone. Jalen's been shot. Call me.
Can you imagine getting that text? He's gone. That's it.
I don't want to call you. I'm just.
He got involved with terrible people.
Yeah. I'm loading up the extendo, Steve.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger Commando. The Rambo.
I know.
Just sharpening up that big alligator knife he got. Point being, apparently I was missing in action, and I'm just like,
Needless to say, Jack, when they called, it was like, well, he's fine, but it was
Jack. No, I was calling. She didn't answer the phone, right, or something like that, and then I called back, and he like, hello, what you up to, Jalen? Yeah, I got shot. What? Yeah, bullet hit my arm. What? What? He's like, yeah, it was kind of hot. What? Yeah, my arms. Look, you in surgery? Or, Nah.
Yeah.
They tried to give me some Advil, but I don't want it. What?
We got a game set.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Look, put your mom on the phone.
Yeah. Now, you start that text with all capitals. He's fine.
Everything is
okay. Then proceed to tell me, like, okay.
What's the best?
Oh, yeah. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier.
Jack, do you have any idea what that was? Did you recognize that guy right there?
Who popped up? It's a weird angle for me.
Oh,
yeah. It was
Kellen Winslow Jr.
Oh, okay.
The interview.
Yeah.
After the UT game.
Yeah.
You trying to take me out? Take them out.
Yeah. I'm a soldier.
Are they showing the second part of the U?
Miami got their feelings hurt over the weekend.
We should have defended Kellen Winslow. You know how I talk to you about this all the time, Steve?
I'm listening.
When we let these things go, and apparently we shouldn't have defended Kellen Winslow sooner.
Yeah.
But long before,
turns out he wasn't.
Yeah.
All the cooks were in the kitchen.
But long before his CTE kicked in.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
CTE.
I think that's fair to just blame the CTE.
Yeah, we'll blame the CTE. Yes. That was his problem.
Long before that, he was worked up.
Yeah.
In a post-game locker room interview.
Mm-hmm.
He hurt somebody in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I don't give a bleep about that dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, they trying to hurt us every play. They trying to kill us. I'm trying to hurt them. He said, I'm a bleeping soldier. He's disrespecting our military by saying it. I'm just like, God. I should have soldiered up right then and there. And I should have been.
Just went at, just said, listen, this is time.
Yeah, right. I
remember watching that game.
I know. I should have held the line right there and just say, listen, if we can't separate him using football verbiage.
I said, Jalen said, it felt like something jumped up and bit me.
Listen, he sounded so young.
Right in my butt tops.
You're right.
Yeah. Okay.
He said that I got free ice cream.
That's how he sounded. That's how he sounded when I talked to him. Keep in mind, it's the most relieved voice you ever heard in your life. But yeah, point being, Kellen Winslow said, I'm a soldier, and they tried to cancel him.
They went after him, man. They went after him after that.
And then what? Look, and then Miami already was in trouble for using the military fatigue pants when they went to go play the championship. Okay, so everything's okay. I made it out safe and sound.
Good.
Louisville, we got an ally.
We do.
We found our hero. And if you're on the YouTube channel, our hero is right here. Top 25 for the 2022-2023 season. One of the smartest men in the world, by the way.
I mean,
obviously.
I think
one of the smartest. I mean, who has done it longer by themselves? Who has just had more of a brand change and been able to hold it down like this man?
58 years of age.
I mean, tell me more about
From
him.
Aberdeen, Washington.
That's an underrated city.
Hometown of Brian Danielson. A lot of people know him, in the wrestling world.
Very underrated.
Beautiful wife named Kim that he divorced. And never mind. Beautiful wife named Ann. Since 2010.
Tell me more about him.
Yeah. And the man's worked for ESPN. He's worked for Fox News. I mean, he's had TV shows, radio shows.
Successful in every place. And you know why he's successful? Because his information is always quality.
And it's on point.
Yeah, right.
He said he was the 2005 Radio Personality of the Year, according to Sports Illustrated.
I mean, listen, he even has segments where he says where I was right and I was wrong. And it's like he can never find many places where he was wrong at.
No, you never do.
I mean, like, just every once in a while, like, act from God might make him wrong or something. But like,
sure.
Yeah, like a pandemic hits and then he might, but
naturally.
Other than that, this guy is never wrong.
He was right about John Wall.
Right. He was right. He took a lot of heat for that.
Yeah, right, but listen, give it
Nevada
time.
Sportscaster of the Year 5 times. Voted on by the National Sportscasters and Sports Writers Association. The honorable
that award is
highly
sought
that is
after.
the award. That's the award. That if you get that validates.
The greatest
He's
minds,
got it 5 times.
The greatest minds in sports radio usually make their starts around there.
Oh, I totally agree. So yeah, there's a ton.
We don't have the time.
I can't go through
to show all his accolades and
everything that he's done.
So here's the thing. Listen, this is what he's given to the world, Steve. And I'm telling you, if you're a gambler, get on this guy's train, because he will make you a lot of money. And again, Nevada. What does that mean? He's connected to Vegas.
That's right.
Better than anybody. His understanding of the way Vegas works is what has made him such a great sportscaster all these years.
A hero. I don't like to throw that word around a lot.
In our world,
but in the radio world, I think hero.
I mean, my shrine
is fair.
My shrine for him, you know, it's like, it's funny. I had to build one on the left side of the door and then one on the right. So coming and going, I can pay homage.
See, on the way in and on the way out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
People, he's giving you free money. His top 25, Ohio State, Alabama, USC, Texas, Tennessee, UCLA, Utah.
I mean, up until this point,
other than Texas,
I see nothing wrong with any of these.
Slam dunks. Top 25, Steve.
Did you forget Georgia?
No.
Okay. I mean, good.
Listen,
because that's what I was going to say. Because I was about to be like,
Georgia's riding so high that they're off season. He knows some things that happen.
That's what I was going to say.
And
I was like,
there's some things going on in the coaching staff room.
Overrated.
Some guys are not. Listen,
overrated.
Whenever you win championships, guys get disgruntled over money, so they're not the well-oiled machine. And let's just say hypothetically, there was this guy who behind the scenes at Georgia was responsible for getting them over the hump. And let's just say he up and school like Louisville stole them.
I mean, it's the strength of Georgia was based on this man.
Now he's at Louisville. And this guy, this sports guy, this is the kind of Vegas inside stuff that people don't know and they don't gamble on and they don't see coming, except for him.
Say,
I've just named 8 schools in the top 25.
And who was the 8th one?
The 8th is Nebraska.
Okay.
Everybody knows I'm gonna have to name a bunch more before I name a team you recognize. Okay, let's go 9 through 25 now.
Okay, 9 through 25. I'm curious.
Number 9, Louisville.
Number 10.
Not basketball. Number 9, St. Cowherd. St. Cowherd.
Yeah.
Has Louisville number 9 in the country. He has Georgia number 14.
Well, I think Louisville's better in Georgia this year.
Louisville stole the key ingredient to their success of getting over the hump, Steve.
I can see it. No, I see it. I'm picturing the game in my head right now. I see us lining up. I see us saying right there's where we're going to run. And actually, I'm envisioning the game in Athens. And I'm watching my team just boom, boom, 15, touchdown.
They can't stop. They can't stop T. Huddy.
That's right.
Biletnikoff candidate T. Huddy.
Who else got behind us?
North Carolina.
That's fair.
Arkansas.
That's fair.
FSU. Texas A&M. Georgia.
FSU. What number FSU?
12.
Sounds about right.
Georgia's at 14.
Mm-hmm.
Texas A&M is at 13.
It's fair.
Washington's at 15. Penn State 16.
All teams.
Iowa State at 17.
Yes.
Virginia Tech at 18. Notice ACC schools really jumping off the map. Really underrated.
Yeah.
Minnesota, Ole Miss, Oregon.
We'd wipe Oregon.
BYU, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, and rounding out the top is Notre Dame.
It's perfect. To me, you hit it right on the head.
There's a reason we're confident in this team.
I don't know what his best pick was. I don't know if it was Louisville at 9, UCLA at 6, Nebraska at 8.
That Utah at 7 really caught my attention.
I think so. USC.
The Georgia at 14. Again, Vegas inside information. 5-time Nevada sports writer of the year or sportscaster of the year, Steve.
That's fair.
He's rarely wrong. Do we have somebody waiting on the phone line, Jack?
Yeah, Ronnie.
Ronnie, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Hey, Marcus, I just want to make sure I'm hearing this correctly. That's the football rankings?
Ronnie, you heard me 100% correctly.
Sounds surprised.
Okay. I hope that comes true. But I started laughing when I heard it. That it's. I don't know where to start.
What did you find amusing about that?
Ronnie, I don't know what's funny.
I think it's funny that you actually said you thought that we would be able to beat Georgia because their strength coach came to us.
By
Georgia's
touchdowns,
hump,
Ronnie.
Hold on. Georgia's hump is nail biters against Alabama. Number one, that's their big hump that they had to get over. It's not like they were a bunch of bums.
I disagree.
We've gotten better.
Okay, I really hope you guys are right because y'all have like flipped the script since January and like bought in 1,002% with Satterfield and what the program's going to look like. But last I seen, Vegas still had over under at 6. And they want you to bet the over because they know people bet the over under with their heart, not their mind.
Do you not recognize Colin Cowherd as one of the
yes,
bright
I also
minds?
recognize. I listen to Cowherd every day, and I also realize that Cowherd is also a big West Coast guy, and what we'll see.
So you're trying to take away. Don't discredit Colin Cowherd.
Okay.
No, this is what I will do. I'll make any bet.
1 minute.
You all want to bet that Louisville does not end up in the top 15. Forget the 9.
Sir.
I bet we don't wind up in the top 15.
Sir.
I'll make any bet you want to bet.
Gambling is illegal in the state of Kentucky.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Rolling along.
But if it wasn't,
I'd take you up on that bet.
I'd take you up on it, and I would move the odds to top 10.
Rolling along middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville.
Taste, happy face, your place, my place. What's gonna make you happy? It's the smile I see on your face. It's that good, yes it is, and we deliver it. Oh, 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 taste is fun, yes it is, we guarantee it. Yeah, it's that good, Verno's Pizza. Yeah, it's that
official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville.
You snooze, you lose, baby. You snooze. Kenny Payne won those games. Yeah.
Flexible scheduling. Please stop by any of our locations to learn how to become a part of the team. Wingzone.com. You got it.
UPS is hiring day-sort warehouse workers in our Louisville, Kentucky hub. Our warehouses are team settings where everyone truly has each other's backs, and we work together to deliver what matters to customers and communities. We're paying $20 an hour and offer great benefits, including up to $25,000 in tuition assistance. Eligibility begins the day you're hired. Shift your future, shift your team, shift your life. Visit upsjobs.com to apply. That's upsjobs.com. Make the shift, make a difference.
What a difference a few months can make. Come have a beer, bourbon, or a glass of wine at Great Flood Brewing. As weather warms up, walk on up and enjoy our patio and friendly staff as we welcome what will be one of the most exciting off seasons to basketball and football. We are proud partners of ESPN Louisville and can't wait to serve you. 2 area locations, Great Flood Highlands and Great Flood Middletown. Online, greatfloodbrewing.com.
Miss anything for your favorite shows? Head over to the GE Appliances Podcast Center on ESPNLouisville.com.
Tired of jumping from job to job? How about a career in a recession-proof industry where you can make a difference and help create a healthier living and working environment? The pest management industry gives you the opportunity to work with more independence. OPC Pest Services will give you a chance to grow with advancement. Come be a part of our team at OPC Pest Services. Apply online at opcpest.com/careers. That's opcpest.com/careers.
Here's what you missed on The Drive with Mark Ennis.
You talked about, some conversations with folks around the program, some senses about who they like and that sort of thing. Am I hearing you say right now that if you had to guess that Louisville's backcourt game 1 is L. Ellis and Mike James?
I would say that. I've heard positive things about Kamari Lands, and I would just, before I gave hey, this is my stamp, this is what I think is going to happen, I just want to see him play.
The Drive, weekdays 3 to 6 on 93.9 The Ville.
The real estate market has shifted with interest rates rising. So having the right real estate agent is paramount to a successful transaction. So call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and the broker owner of RE/MAX Alliance. He wants to make your home buying and selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to a $5,000 seller's credit by mentioning you heard it right here. And if you're looking for financing, Josh can cover that too. His new mortgage brokerage, Motto Mortgage A2Z, has licensed loan originators that can take care of all your financing needs. So don't wait any longer. Contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or Josh Jarbo at remax.net.
Each office is independently owned and operated. NMLS number 2256125.
For the 50 days leading up to our first broadcast of Louisville Cardinals football, we're looking back at 50 great moments in Cards football history. Brought to you by Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Louisville entered the 2013 Sugar Bowl as a 2-touchdown underdog against 4th-ranked Florida. Virtually no one gave them a shot, but Terrell Floyd started making believers out of people on the first play of the game.
Tight end Reed motions from right to left. Louisville in a 4-man front. They come with a linebacker blitz. Now the snap. Well protected. First play is a pass intercepted. Floyd down the sideline to the 10, to the 5, and a touchdown on the first play of the game.
Teddy Bridgewater threw for 266 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Cards beat the Gators 33-23.
This great moment in Cards football history is brought to you by Kroger, fresh for everyone.
This is Scott Satterfield, and you're listening to the new home for all U of L athletics, 93.9 The Ville.
Louisville is a great city with a strong community. Much of that strength comes from its willingness to help those most in need. As you know, homelessness is rising at an alarming rate in our city, but more specifically in women and children. That is why Uniting Partners for Women and Children, or UP, a 501c3 organization, was created in 2018. UP's mission is to provide a safe and healthy environment, not only for care, but for access to additional community resources. We are taking this opportunity to invite all who would like to help to our featured event, Uplift 2022. Uplift 2022 is a fundraiser and auction that will be hosted by Terry Miners on August 20th from 6 to 10 p.m. at Copper and Kings in the Outdoor Pavilion. Auction items include a 7-night trip to Italy and Antigua, golf at Valhalla, espresso machines, and much more. Tickets are available for purchase online at uplouisville.org/news. A big thank you to our sponsors, First Commonwealth Mortgage and the Jacobs Group.
Wish death on me, Lord, I don't cry no.
Steve, it's been a minute. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Good.
All right. I called in because I wanted to respond to a gentleman that I believe called in before the break.
Yeah.
Saying how it's crazy that Georgia would beat us or whatever. Mm-hmm. And on paper, I understand where he's coming from. Georgia did win the national championship last year. It's Georgia. I mean, to be fair, they're good and year out. But if you really get down and think about it, who did Louisville lose? Outside of I can't remember the guy who went to Alabama.
We lost Greedy Vance.
All right, we lost Greedy Vance and we lost the wide receiver who went to Alabama. Those are two huge losses. Georgia had an 85 Bears level defense last year.
Jason, Georgia would beat the hell out of us.
Yes. And they lost everybody. They lost everybody to the draft. And now I understand, yes, probably next man up. But it's not crazy to think that Louisville would at least compete
Jason,
with Georgia.
You sound like poor Marcus and Steve talking about that rookie wide receiving core that Alabama had that one year. I'm doing this to protect you.
I'm with you, Jason.
Yeah, I understand it's wishful thinking, 100%. And I know that I'm a homer. I know that I'm just some idiot Louisville football fan.
No.
I'm just saying I think it would be a game.
I love it.
If we had a monsoon, monsoon wouldn't help us out. Maybe
an earthquake.
Dang it, Jack.
Jason just hung up on Jack. When he said earthquake.
Jason's like, I'm done with this.
Jason said, if Marcus doesn't believe, then nobody does.
Oh, man.
Well, that was an entertaining segment, Steve.
Yeah, I just didn't know it was going to go that way. Thought we were just going to have a little fun.
Yeah. Ronnie, I want to know what he's doing right now.
I do think Louisville can beat the over. I have 6.5. I do think.
Oh,
that.
yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, I don't know. I thought we were going to have a little fun there with the number 9, but we got 2 calls on 2 ends of the spectrum.
Ronnie was angry.
And I didn't agree with either one of them. It's the 2%ers.
on both ends.
Yeah, it's like, man, this would just be nuance. So we need this. In the middle.
Okay. Speaking of extremes,
that was funny.
Speaking of emotions,
okay.
Another little thing happened.
Oh, somebody said put Nikki in the transfer portal and keep Jack around.
Boom. I hope
Nick?
Nikki's not listening. Nikki, listen. Nikki does not.
He gets very spicy about that.
He gets defensive of his territory. Be careful. So here's the thing, and here's Jack's ultimate test.
Oh,
okay. We'll get there. Steve, you and I like signs. We like looking at narratives.
Yes.
We keep an eye peeled for national, I don't want to say cliches, but
yeah.
In football, Steve, it takes years and seasons are all clumped together.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
3 and 4 year stretches are usually clumped together.
Yes.
It's just kind of because other states and other regions, they only remember 2 games from each year of another team. Now, if you're in a Florida versus Florida State versus Miami, you can remember every game and which game happened here and there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like if you're in Texas and you're asked about Louisville, let's say Lamar and and 2 and they lost that one game, and you stick a whole
You remember
bunch.
Lamar and Teddy Bridgewater?
Yeah.
You stick a bunch of games together in your narratives, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You string together a couple of good wins, or you a couple of good recruiting thefts and things like that. People start feeling some kind of way.
Yes.
They look for it. It's like right now, the Louisville Daddy Warbucks narrative is out there. They're just NILing everybody. It's Texas A&M and then Louisville with this recruiting class.
Sure.
And it's like this recruiting class is so much of a beacon right now. And put that with your Tutu Atwell and your it's a dude, you know what I'm saying? Put this here with your here, you hear your Jair, it's like, what are they doing to get these Florida kids, Like every year there's a couple of them. And then when you get a big year like this, it kind of it just mashes a bunch of, he got some players, man. They got to be just paying everybody. Steve, I'm going to tell you, when you try to ignore something and then eventually you can't ignore it anymore and you're getting sick of hearing about it, you try to, elitist, especially elitist programs. That's just Kentucky. That's just, man, there's no way Kentucky. Listen, I listened to it with Florida State. I listened to it, player by player. I hear it, Steve. And then when they got to finally answer the door, when you have to answer this phone call, this is what it sounds like.
Just nothing to do with Florida. One of the first team to jump out there. They got a lot of money to play with.
Start that over.
But don't. It's nothing to do with Florida. One of the first team to jump out there. They got a lot of money to play with. But don't get it confused. Don't get it confused. Kentucky has nothing to do with Florida or Louisville. Has nothing to do with Miami. It's not the 305. Don't let these country boys come out here and say, listen, man, we got half a roster of the 305. It's like 305 up here. We got a dump. Because you're gonna find out real fast that Kentucky has nothing to do with the city of Miami or the University of Miami or what Miami has built. I don't think Louisville has ever won anything in football, to be quite frankly honest with you.
Silly call online.
No.
We're not going anywhere, sir. We're going to be out here, sir. Quick, hide. Maybe they'll just go away.
That's funny. I don't know what's funnier. Miami fan that, you know, like Miami getting, or Kentucky fans listening to this and was like, he said Kentucky. Is he talking about the Wildcats?
And then he made sure he cleaned it right on up. He said, more specifically, Louisville. No, not Kentucky.
You know, here's what I don't. I mean, Miami's got their. I'll give them this. And the reason why I think you're seeing that Miami swag kind of pick up. This is their last shot. The Cristobal, the Ed Orgeron,
They know it.
the Charlie Strong.
They know it.
Yeah, I know, man. They went and got the dude from Ole Miss. I mean, like they put together a dream team staff.
Coaching, yeah.
Yeah. And this might be it for them, man. I mean, truthfully, like not even trash talking. I'm like, this might be their shot. Like
before they become full on Indiana.
Yeah, no. Yeah, yes and no. Listen.
No, because Indiana's a state school.
Yeah. And Miami's I like Indiana.
Listen.
Miami's been good.
Miami.
That's what I'm saying.
Miami.
Oh, you mean Indiana basketball?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. They're
Yeah.
on their way back. They're top 10 this year.
Miami has maxed out all of their Ed Reed credit cards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All
like,
their Michael Irvin, Clint Portis, Dwayne Rock Johnson, Jeremy Shockey credit cards. They have maxed them out.
She's talking Miami or Indiana football. It's like, I don't.
You know, definitely by basketball, not
like,
football.
I don't get the comparison at all.
It takes 100 years of futility to get to Indiana football.
My bad. But yeah, I'm with you.
They have maxed out their credit cards.
I know.
You cannot siphon money out of your football reputation forever.
Because the 01 Canes, greatest football team ever. We were watching the thing, talking about it before the show. We're coming up 21 years ago now. Like you're now getting to where the kids growing up watch Ja'Cory Harris and you know and stuff like that.
Oh, I don't have memories of the 2001 team.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
That's the best point right
Yes,
there. You
yeah.
have no memory of how stupid.
Like they were amazing. Yeah. You were like, and even at the time, I mean, you know, of course that stood the test of time.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, at the time you didn't know how amazing. I mean, it was 17 first round picks. You're like, oh my God. But
You could tell they were dudes.
No, yeah, you knew they were incredible. But yeah, I'm like, I mean, they know. And listen, I think they've got it.
Right.
I think the staff's good. I think they got a good coach. Their recruiting is back. I mean, they're in the top 10.
But again, you are this is no longer houseman. They're knocking at your door.
Yeah.
They like the guards are, I mean, the they're at the gate.
Yeah.
They're at the gate. You let Louisville take if you get another quarterback or running back out of Miami that puts a national stage. That comment that he says, yeah, they got a little money, that becomes an echo.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it's one of those things like Miami is going to have to. I'll take it a step further, Steve. The big booster, he was ahead of everybody. The big Derek King booster. He was. I'll pay whatever.
Because Derek King was like one of the first big deals.
Big deals, right? It didn't pan out. You know that guy saying he's not doing that anymore. It wasn't worth his investment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They were the first. So think about this. Louisville is getting a sustaining national narrative of being fully committed to their athletic programs.
Yeah.
Miami football sounds like Kentucky basketball. We don't have facilities to keep up.
It's like a dying breed
of crappy facilities
on the brink of extinction
from once great programs.
I know.
Y'all better put some money in
We
there.
got to play in these field houses.
Oh God. But in all seriousness, Steve, excellent point. Be careful, y'all. You know, if you're Miami, be careful.
Yeah.
It's a bad look.
But will Miami play true road games?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yes.
Mark that.
That was funny.
You mark that.
Damn right, I'll mark it.
Yes, Jack.
Who we got on the line, Jack?
Sully call.
Excuse me?
I figured I was saying wrong. I tried to confirm it like 3 times. I'm fairly sure the name is Sully Call, and I apologize so much, my man.
Sully Call. Thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on
man? See how he called me up, man.
I knew exactly who it was.
I'm sorry.
When he said that, I was like,
Sully Call.
Listen, I mouthed to Marcus. I said, it's Philly Carl.
Philly Carl. Oh my.
Hey, man, Marcus,
Carl, I am sorry. I apologize. That's all I'm saying.
Philly Carl, fire away.
Go ahead, Sully.
I'm surprised at you today, Marcus. But first of all, let me say congratulations to Manuel beating the paint off of Central Yellow Jacket Friday night. No, my brother-in-law is the head coach of Manuel, so they beat the paint off Central. Let me get that out.
Congrats.
Okay? But Marcus, normally you're for Louisville. I think you still for them, but I think y'all missed what that last caller was trying to say. Now, you know I'm real objective. Louisville got like a top 5 running back class. Georgia just lost probably one of the best D tackles in football last year and the whole linebacking core. I think that's what that caller was trying to really press the issue to y'all, because I don't care what they have coming up, you just can't replace what they lost. Like that D tackle was raw. So that's what that caller was trying to say. Georgia, on paper, they beat. No, Louisville might have a shot just because of this running back class. They got a shot.
Philly Carl. I appreciate the call.
Listen, yeah,
I'll sound like Jason 2 weeks from now, but today, no. Not today.
No.
Jack is mad at Sully.
No, I apologize to Sully.
So why'd you hang up on him?
I did not hang up.
That was not Jack.
Yep.
Nick Valvano is weighing in and saying, still want to trade me because of the Sully.
That's pretty funny. I will say this.
I do apologize to Philly Carl.
I will say this. Jack had 0 heads up. He was quick on that trigger with that Miami.
He was quick with that Miami thing.
Jack, I put you in a bad spot intentionally. You did a great job.
It was boom.
On getting to that.
I know.
To that call. I'll tell you what.
Wait.
Go ahead.
So we're doing this. Like this is the show today. Louisville versus Georgia.
Can Louisville beat Georgia? 81-50-93.
Can Louisville beat Georgia? That's where we're at.
If they were legitimately on schedule, I'd be talking about how we returned 78% of our offense.
I could talk myself into anything. On August 22nd, I could talk myself into anything. Again, if it was a realistic, you know what I'm saying?
I tried to talk myself into Bruce Lee playing nunchuck ping pong was real.
Is that not real?
Last commercial break, middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville.
Did I do that?
You're listening to 93.9 The Ville, powered by Isaacs and Isaacs Injury Lawyers. WeWin.com.
Make it rain! Make it rain! When you're in pain, attorney Phil Rich makes it rain. Growing up in Louisville's Portland community, this Trinity and University of Louisville graduate knows how to fight for you. Whether you were injured in an accident or hurt on the job, Phil Rich specializes in personal injury, auto accidents, and workers' comp claims. Don't settle for less. Go with someone from this city. Remember, when you're in pain, Phil Rich makes it rain.
He makes it rain! It's raining! He's from Portland!
This is an advertisement.
This is Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Jack Grossman, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Spalding University, home to Louisville's only D3 collegiate sports program, where student athletes strive to be better on the field and in the classroom. Visit spalding.edu. Sean Tosh broke a scoreless tie for Louisville City FC in Detroit on Saturday.
Sean Tosh goes for goal and scores from the spots. Number 4 is 4 for 4 from the penalty spot this season. Sean Tosh's 7th goal of the year, a career year in the scoring category for the 30-year-old center back, and he puts Louisville City ahead.
Jeff Milby on the call. The boys in purple increased their unbeaten streak to 10 matches with the 1-0 win. Lou City continues their road trip in Miami on Saturday. Coverage starts at 6:45 on ESPN 680 and 105.7. Racing Louisville fell to the OL Reign 2-1 in the Women's Cup final. Racing resumes NWSL regular season action at Lynn Family Stadium on Saturday against Chicago at 7:30. In baseball, the Reds won a rubber game over Pittsburgh 9-5 yesterday. Cincy continues their road trip in Philadelphia tonight. Coverage starts at 6:35 on ESPN 680, 105.7. And the Bats beat Omaha 7-6 yesterday. They begin a road trip in Toledo tomorrow evening. More middays of Marcus Maven and Steve Roberts is next. This is SportsCenter.
Hey, Cards fans, your Louisville women's basketball team is fresh off of a Final Four run, and next season is right around the corner. Season tickets are on sale now for the 2022-2023 season and start at just $154 per seat. By renewing season tickets or by purchasing new, you're automatically entered to win prizes such as a team-issued jersey, a signed basketball, and more. Visit gocards.com/Walls Wednesdays to learn more about the season ticket member experience. That's gocards.com/Walls Wednesdays.
Hi, this is Wendy Canavan at Genesis Diamonds. At Genesis, we are obsessed with providing the best of the best in value and quality, which is why we partnered with the finest designers and brands in the business. Whether it's a bracelet, necklace, earrings, and of course, engagement ring, you will give the love of your life a piece of jewelry that she will cherish forever. We have designer settings in every price range and style made to fit your specific diamond. So you don't need to buy a cookie cutter mass-produced design that looks like you were just trying to cut costs. Most of the designer pieces are exclusive to Genesis in Kentuckiana because they select only the finest jewelers in the business to partner with. And so you won't see her ring on every other woman's hand. Our designers share our obsession for quality, so the ring you buy her will last a lifetime. Our lifetime free warranty ensures that you won't even pay for maintenance. Come to Genesis and let us show you our extensive collections in fine designer jewelry and experience the Genesis difference for yourself.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
If you want the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits, go to Liquor Barn. Or better yet, have Liquor Barn bring it to you. Download the Liquor Barn app, visit liquorbarn.com, or call your local Liquor Barn store to schedule your pickup or delivery to get what you need to stock the bar. If it's your birthday month, make sure to visit liquorbarn.com for the Pappy Birthday promotion, where you might win an opportunity to purchase a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. Liquor Barn can help you bring the celebration to your cookout, tailgate, or game watch party. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
For the 50 days leading up to our first broadcast of Louisville Cardinals football, we're looking back at 50 great moments in Cards football history. Brought to you by Kroger, fresh for everyone.
In 2019, the Cards traveled to Raleigh under head coach Scott Satterfield to take on the NC State Wolfpack. The first-year head coach had a
Getting him back in 30.
Cup kicker Ryan.
Sweet.
25-yard field goal coming up for Shalafo. It's a fake. Shalafo has it rolling right, still rolling, looking, nothing to do but heave it for the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Oh, Marshawn Ford slipped open in the back of the end zone. I thought the play was dead.
Scott Satterfield will go on to win ACC Coach of the Year honors.
This great moment in Cards football history is brought to you by Kroger, fresh for everyone.
This is Brian Brown, and you listen to the new home for all of U of L athletics, 93.9 The Ville.
I mean, how do they know Georgia's making the playoff? That's the question.
Jack, man. They like you.
They like Jack on the YouTube channel.
Somebody said, yeah, Nick never screws up. Texture says, I'll take Jack over Nick. Jack keeps it to sports.
Ooh.
Dog food, damn it.
Man, I hope Nick's not reading it. Y'all gonna piss him
Nick's
off.
gonna be angry tomorrow.
He's gonna come back tomorrow. He's gonna be mad. Golly. Which then the texter says, this was funny. I gotta give Jack his props. Texter says, I mean, we're gonna play Georgia in the playoffs. And to which Jack responded, I mean, how do they know Georgia's gonna make the playoff?
Louisville's the only lock. It's the only lock we have.
I did see Brett McMurphy. I was reading his bowl projections.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because it's a few teams we've been talking about today. In the playoff, he had Alabama versus Miami, and then had Georgia versus Ohio State. He's got us in the Gasparilla Bowl in St. Pete against Auburn, and had Louisville as a 3-point favorite in that game. Gasparilla Bowl would probably mean 7 wins, probably 7, maybe 8, probably 7 though. That's a pre-Christmas bowl.
Yeah, that's got to be
Right?
7, maybe even 6.
Okay.
Because Auburn's definitely 6-6.
That's
in
what
that game.
that's what I was thinking. It was probably more towards the low
I'm
side
here
there.
for it.
Because that's the bowl that the Beef O'Brady's bowl used to be, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm here for it.
So yeah, I mean,
8. We'd have to get 8.
I would need
Alabama
7.
would have 7. We'd have 8, and then again,
I would
that'd be
need
bowl.
7 going for 8. I think for that to make me feel like, okay, I feel like we accomplished something here. Because like I said, I mean,
Which 7 though?
what do you mean? Well, yeah, I mean, which
Yeah,
7,
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
but I mean 6. I don't really care which 6.
Yeah.
There's not really a which 6.
Yeah, that's why I say which 7.
I don't
yes.
think he's losing his job with 6, but I'm definitely my faith isn't real high.
It's an
Yeah,
A.
yeah,
It's an
you know.
A1 on this one.
Like I'm having. Here's the conversation I'm having. If we're 6-6, you gotta let him coach them, but oh man, I feel like we're gonna be fighting to keep these kids after year 1. You know what I'm saying? Like transfer portal. I'm gonna be like, oh god, how are we gonna be able to keep these kids?
Yeah, I
don't think that's gonna be the conversation. Let me be clear,
Right.
but that's what
And,
6
and your
6
nightmare is that that's the
yeah,
conversation.
because I don't.
That is
think,
your nightmare.
I think the recruiting class has put us right back where we are this year. I don't think you make a change if you go with 6-6. Now, if the recruiting class wasn't what it was, then yeah, you're probably like, dude, 6-6, you're fired. But now I think we're back to where we were last year, where it was like 6-6 is the devil.
Speaking of where we were last year, I don't know. You like to make this reference about like it's bad.
I think we were a good matchup for Georgia last year, by the way.
We'll talk about that later on.
You sounded like straight out of the Water Boy when you said, my mama said,
Yeah, my mama
6 wins is the devil.
Yes, it is.
You like to say, well, when people say, well, I'm not Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yes. Terrible.
That's their way of saying it's not that bad what you did.
Yeah, it's like, well, yeah. I mean, okay, you're not one of the worst people to ever walk face of the earth.
Speaking of where we were last year,
It won't stop.
there was an article written, Steve.
Okay.
Now I want to be careful about this because there's 2 sides to this article written. One, it needed more, a lot more. 2, bravo, your bravery of even going that far. But it makes me think about your phrase of, yeah, because I'm not Jeffrey Dahmer, that it's not that bad. Rick Bozich wrote an article.
Yeah.
Talking about the Chris Rodriguez situation.
Yeah. We gave Mr. Bozich a lot of love last week. Are we doing this? Are we doing this again? Or are we?
This is what we're doing. We're saying.
Are we hating on him this time?
We're saying.
We hate Mr. Bozich?
This is not hating on him.
Okay.
This is. He probably deserves a Purple Heart for the bravery of even covering, of even making mere mention.
Yeah.
Of the DUIs that have happened, the troubled events that have happened.
He has some cachet.
Right?
Yeah.
But on the other hand, Rick, go harder. Rick, it's been bad up there.
Give and take.
Thank you for you. What did it say?
It's give and take. Put it out there, but do you put it out there like I want a horse head on my bed when I wake up? Or
that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Bravo, Rick Bozich, for even daring to mention.
It's like somebody's been trying to hack my Instagram. I'm like, dang it. I hate y'all.
They're on you.
I know, yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying, Steve? Does that make sense? Where I'm just
In
like
Linden, Kentucky, by the way.
Yeah, like
my eyes are on you.
It's actually a conversation, Steve, that he even wrote about that.
I know.
And part of that breaks my heart, and part of that's like, well, it's a start.
I know.
So where do you fall in that when you
start?
It's a start.
It gets covered now a little more. I will say that.
You know what? It keeps it fresher in people's minds.
I mean, and it forces the suspension to an extent. I mean, like it forces. Again, I get squeamish talking about this to an extent because
you're not calling for heads to roll.
Yeah, like as much as I dislike Kentucky,
right?
Like, I don't hate
the
Chris
kid. Yeah,
Rodriguez.
right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
again, I will say
if
this
if
today.
the Cowboys draft him, I'll be a big Chris Rodriguez
Right,
fan.
right.
Yeah,
And again, I'll say this disclaimer that I always say. It's the coverage that I'm mad about. It's not the punishment.
Yeah.
If they soft shoe a punishment.
But I do think punishments, I think Louisville's taken punishments before where it's like you have to do something because the coverage is so heavy.
No, most events that require punishment get ratcheted up because of the coverage.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. And I don't think it's fair. And I always want to draw attention to that. 90% of the level of punishment is decided in the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
We've gotten past the point of verdicts, Steve.
Yeah.
Nobody even cares about verdicts anymore.
No.
You get accusations, settlements, punishments.
Yeah.
You get punishments by threats of groups. Cancel groups. The Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and I'm just using examples. You know, the PETA, whatever group your quote unquote alleged crime, that group is threatening based on their level of threat. That's where you decide the punishment. I don't think that's right.
Right.
I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
Because it puts somewhere like Louisville, in a severe disadvantage by Kentucky influenced media, right? Or mainstream media. So yeah, I'm like, okay, so is this how are you just stuck covered? Because here's the thing. We probably missed out on a player, a 4-star player, that in any other media environment would be allowed to be here.
Yeah.
At the University of Louisville playing football.
Yeah.
And there is no better example than the last 365 days of crimes that's been going on a Kentucky campus. How many players have been removed? So you're saying none of these crimes are level of not the team removing them, not the coaching staff, not the university. That's not. Oh, yeah, of course, I am saying these are removable offenses, but there has not been one coverage demanding the removal. Not even just demanding, saying if this coach doesn't do something about this crime on your campus, I fear for my safety on campus. The fraternities fear for their campus. Are we going to protect the students from DUIs? Are we, what are we teaching here? Are we going to protect the women from even, where is that story? So so basically if your university is under the thumb of the local media, I'm going to have a problem with that every single time.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with you. I think that's always been the thing. But again, I go back to this and say,
Nick Saban said it, y'all. Which one do you want to kick him out of school?
Yeah,
I believe in second chances.
Right,
Coach Satterfield. To take the next step, you're gonna have to start believing in second chances.
Yeah,
and thirds, and fourths, until they get it right. Maybe fifth.
Then all is well.
And 7. You want that extension, don't you?
Right. No, I think again though, going back to what you were saying, though, I that's why I fall on, things like that are starting to get covered more though. I mean, I think that was our argument all along early.
Yeah, and you're right, but better is not going to be good enough. Sure. Better is just better, but still not good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's going to be a fight that I'm willing to live in.
Yeah.
I'm willing to wake up on a daily basis with that frustration level, period.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of another fight that I'm willing to live with.
All right.
We're going to get killed.
Okay.
We're going to get crushed.
I'm listening.
We're going to get 3 years.
I'm listening.
We're going to get a 3-year tournament ban.
I'm listening.
Steve. The NCAA, I didn't know about it until I listened to Drew this morning. The NCAA basically put out an admission of ineptitude to the universities.
Yes.
They put out an admission of we need help. The Godfather, Michael asked Vito Corleone, he said, well, won't they consider that a sign of weakness?
Yeah.
It is a sign of weakness. NCAA, that was the ultimate sign of weakness that you just did.
Yeah.
You sent out a memorandum.
Yeah.
Asking for help with the enforcement of name, image, and likeness.
Mm-hmm.
You got bullied into the name, image, and likeness by grandstanding politicians.
Yeah.
You got bullied into that every change in the NCAA structure you've been bullied into. Now you want us to help you self-police the NIL industry? Steve, if they're calling for help and enforcement, that means they know they don't have any teeth.
Yeah.
They're going to sacrifice us on the altar.
I don't agree with that.
On the front lawn.
I think we're
to show they still have power.
We talked about Miami earlier.
That's just a thought, by the way.
And I think we're running back. History is repeating itself again, which Miami, if you'll remember, Miami essentially got off of
because the NCAA screwed it up.
Because the NCAA screwed up the investigation so bad.
Do you trust, is this lawyer that good?
I think we're back here again, though, where it's like, again, not saying Louisville won't get anything, but can we just be honest? The only thing people around here care about are tournament bans. I mean, would you agree? Listen, and
absolutely
from a fan standpoint,
it's like you feel like you can live without some scholarships.
Sure.
You can live,
money wise.
Yeah,
but
it's like it's not our money.
But here's the problem.
Yeah,
I'm even getting past being accepting that. And listen, Steve, I know you're going to say Marcus, get over it.
Okay,
and I'll probably have to say Marcus, get over it.
Okay,
but currently, I can't get over when you just take a bunch of money now. Mm-hmm. I'm like 5 years later, and you think you're just going to show up, knock on the door with this IRP experiment and say, give us $8 million.
But isn't that what we wanted them to do from the beginning in terms of find the school instead of
because we thought
punishing
we were going to get because we thought as a university we were going to get it in a timely fashion. But because we have not gotten it,
I think we knew from the Katina Powell scandal we weren't going to get it in time. We didn't think it would be this ridiculous.
But there was an IRP then. But now, like I said, every announcement is we're doing things to streamline discipline.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing things to improve the process.
Yeah.
That's what we've heard for 4 or 5 years straight. So now I'm to the point where, no, I want my mulligan now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miami got a mulligan. Carolina got a mulligan. NC State, what did they get? They're like the only school that's even been reprimanded at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, no, I'm to the point where I want my Rick Pitino's gone, Chris Mack's gone. What's my other coach? All of them are gone.
Sean Miller.
No, I was saying the Louisville coach. Like point being,
coach is gone.
Right. I want my mulligans now.
I love that drop.
I want my listen. ADs or Tom Jurich is gone. We're so far removed. I want my mulligan.
Yeah.
Money's gonna hurt me. Scholarships is gonna, and I'm talking in defense of the program and situation. Scholarships gonna hurt my new coach in the program who's 5 years removed from the stuff we're being punished from. You know, like that's what I'm saying. I'm getting to the point where, but of course, when it comes out, Steve, I'll say, one tournament, one scholarship, a year.
That's what I'm saying. I just think that at the end of the day, man, if it's anything.
Yeah, I just want my time served.
Yeah, if it's anything other than a tournament ban, you're going to feel pretty good as fans. Like I said, Josh Hurd probably won't. I mean, if their money's hit,
right.
Things. I mean,
No,
obviously you will.
See, that's my point.
Yeah.
I want to protect them moving forward too. Like I want my Louisville Live. I want to be able to have these events without, on the right, budget. I want my recruiting budget. You've made this road extremely tough with your ineptitude. But point being,
right?
You did get my original point though.
Yes,
I do get in the back of my mind. I see them in the position they're in. It's like for years. I heard Mark say it for years.
Mm-hmm.
The running joke, we're going to punish Marshall for something Mississippi did or something like that.
The famous Jerry Tarkanian quote.
Yep. They were so mad. So I'm at the point where I'm like, this is like one of your last shows of strength you can get away with.
Yes.
Your last flex.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's just a thought. I don't think it's likely, but I know that opportunity is out there to show force.
Yeah.
So in the back of mine, just one of my little side.
Well, and you always, the thing Louisville fans, I think, will be happy to never hear again is there's always but they're on probation, or whatever. So it's like that's why I think it bothers you the worst because that.
Yeah, just
that's always out there.
But yeah, there's always one caveat in every situation. Just but you,
I know
you're not Nike, or but that guy got away with it because of this.
Yeah.
Last thing, what was?
It's fair.
Fabio.
Yeah, he's in
Fabio.
Town. He's here.
I had been saying Fabio. I heard him say it. He looked happy to be here.
Mm-hmm.
He's legit as tall as Mike James, isn't he?
He's a big dude, man.
I was looking at the picture of him at Freedom Hall, and this is how sick I am, Steve. I'm like, well, Mike James had sandals on, and Fabio had tennis shoes on.
Yeah, surprise. I mean, which is probably about right. I mean, he's about 6'5". Like, it's not like he's about 6'5".
Where did he 6'2"?
Hard time believing this. Like,
6'2"?
Except on 3, where he's
6'2", 155.
Yeah,
6'1" and change.
On 3, he is a little shorter than that.
just a tad,
just a wee bit,
just 3, 4 inches.
Yeah,
not a big deal, not a huge deal.
Fabio, we silly.
No, I'm glad he's here in town.
I'm glad he's here.
The guys are back in town.
And now it does feel like, I know there was the comment by Coach Payne, in the Bozich article last week that said, hey, man, maybe they will add something else. I tend to think you probably got your roster now, and if they add something else, great. But they would have to do it in about 4 days. So
it's very simple.
Yeah, I mean, my point is, we'll know sooner than later on that one if they're going to add somebody.
I'm telling you, Steve.
Unless you add somebody mid-season, which for next year.
Go listen. There's a place, Coach Payne. There's a land. Now, this is like the land of the forbidden, right?
Okay.
But Coach Payne, this is a message to you. There's a place in this town, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take some guts to go there.
Sure.
You got some scary signs around this area.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Steve, this place is called Lincoln Homes.
Okay.
So when you hear the word homes, and a president,
yeah, that's fair.
And there's this, it's plenty of dudes who, let's just say, they may or may not have jobs that are not in the mainstream.
Yeah.
They may work for companies, quote unquote companies, that are not on the NASDAQ. And they're really good basketball players.
That's fair.
Kenny, go to the projects. Get a JUCO. Go get a JUCO dog.
Yeah, just go get somebody.
Stick Chris Jones.
Okay.
Go get one.
He was the number 1 junior college player in the country. So.
Steve.
Yeah, I don't think you would know.
Listen, he was pretty good.
There's a lot of dudes that are number 1 JUCO players in the country.
We have one of them.
Oh yeah, right. And listen, there are a lot more of them, but they just.
I think you roll with what you got. I mean, unless like I said, unless you got some big dog reclass or something that's jump in here.
I just want some random sleeper just for fun.
Me too. I want Leon Boudreaux or whatever. Yeah, like
neon.
Yeah. Yeah, like, oh yeah, wow.
Just go stick one, just like
y'all haven't heard of the 7'2", 300-pound dude down the road,
right?
Dunks on everybody in the gym.
Yeah,
no, I haven't.
Right, just go find one dude who just don't really like anybody on this team. You know what I'm saying?
I know,
just one of those guys.
I think the roster's what we got though, and I'm okay with it. Like, let's roll with this. We got it. Let's play.
I just want something else to talk about.
Let's play.
Jack, you want to add anything to the 93.9 show today?
It's been fun, man.
I'd say, if something was going to be done, you feel like, despite the quotes of what he told Bozich last week, you feel like, we could sit here in May and say, well, it's different now with the portal and everything. We got all summer. You can say that into June. You can even say that in July. There's students on campus now. It seems you never want to say never with everything that goes on with college sports these days and that fact, but I do tend to agree. Like, look, it's August 22nd. You feel like that's what the roster is going to be.
I think it would be somebody. If it was anybody, it would. I mean, like I said, Caleb Foster's name, whatever. I don't think that's happening. But
let's learn our lesson. Don't psychoanalyze Kenny Payne.
It would be a dude that there had been
It would be something like a Fabio Basile.
Yeah. Like, hey, this has been happening for a while now.
We've been kind of wondering, like, okay,
Sure.
we felt like this was a done deal a couple months ago. Why isn't it official yet?
Yeah.
And you're just kind of in there and saying, okay, we feel like it's going to happen.
If you stuck Caleb Foster, if you stuck Caleb Foster on my team, I would go right to Drew's office. Okay. Demand a meeting with Sweeney and Drew and say, I'm taking another hour on 93.9 every day.
Every day.
Every single day.
Every day.
I'm taking another hour.
All right. Just 3 hours. Be the Maven hour.
Not bonus.
Middays with Mark Maven, and then the Maven hour.
The Maven extension hour.
I like it. You want a longer Maven?
Give me Caleb.
Go talk to Cam.
As always, 8150-93.9 is the number. 3831-93.9 is the text line. YouTube channel made for the Bill. Middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Bill.